What's up? Part two of what I've learned in my 34 years of being alive. Initially, I had 16 talking points. When the video was over, I added 18 more things. So, around the 15-minute mark, I'll probably cut out again. I listed 6 last time. Number 7 is be willing to be alone. I find myself gravitating towards that as time goes on. More and more, I understand as a lifelong loner. I look to other guys and like, man, how come you don't want to be a part of this or a part? I really understand, and I will be contradicting myself a little bit in a future video. But spending time alone, you get to learn more about yourself. You get to know more about what it means to be you. You get away from the crowd and you get to recharge. I mean, that's an introvert thing. I don't know how it works for extroverts. I mean, I figure it works for anybody when it's needed to get away from the crowd and let your voice be the loudest in your head. You know what I mean? To not be so crowded. But to me, it's not enough just to be away from the crowd. I believe you also have to unplug from the social medias. All right, that's a part of it, because you'll never truly get the benefits that come from being alone until you put the phone away for a little bit. Stop seeing what's going on in everybody else's life. When it's you time, it's you time. And that's the only thing you need to focus on. The next thing, be willing to fail. A problem I had over the years many times, if it didn't work out right away or with the first couple of attempts, I would just leave it alone and pivot. Sometimes you do got to know when to pivot, but other times you got to know when to stick it out. With this YouTube channel alone, I start and stop, I start and stop. And over the years, people would say, oh man, this channel needs more views. Or they say, oh, if you did this, you get more views. You did this, I get... And up to this point, we just don't know. Because even though I have hundreds of videos, I don't have a whole lot to show for it besides the body of work that I have. At this point, I don't even really have expectations for it anymore, which I'll speak on later. But I'm basically just doing it to get it all out, which I'll also speak on later. But I think anything that matters to you is worth putting out there. Simply put, just put it out there. Because someday will come regret from not doing it. And I'd rather risk embarrassing myself by doing the things that I love than to keep it all to myself and then have nothing to show for it. So that's the risk that I'm willing to take. That's something that I tell my daughter all the time. Like I remember she was trying to learn how to do the monkey bars, and it was seemingly coming easier to the other children than her. And she get on and fall, I mean, relentlessly. But I just kept telling her, just keep doing it until you get it. And that's just like her mentality. She understands that now. When I was her age, when I was 6, when I was 7, I didn't have anybody tell me that. So I just kind of grew up just thinking it was just okay to just quit. At times there are. I'm 5 years sober. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of those things. So at times it's great to quit. Other times you should really try to see something through. All right. Number 9. More time producing, less time consuming. more than ever, it's so easy to consume. Like I said, with the social media, with the television, I mean, that's enough right there. With the food, all that, there's a lot to consume. And, all the entertainment, but we're creators. And so I say, at the very least, every day should be spent creating. And myself personally, because I'm just insatiable, I'm going to work towards putting out more. Because I sit on a lot of material. I'm sitting on a lot of material. A lot of things that mean something to me. And quite frankly, I gotta unload the clip. I gotta get it all out of me. It doesn't make me feel good. It feels like I'm leading a quiet life of desperation. To not create as much as I want and to not put it out. And that's coming to an end. Entertainment doesn't even feel like entertainment to me anymore. It just feels like something to pass the time. And so I know when I'm at that point, I'm going in a different direction. This season, it's about me. And I'm putting the focus more so on myself now, so I can produce everything that I've been meaning to create and to produce. It's the same thing, but So more time producing, less time consuming. Number 10, I wrote down avoid the traps. All the traps of the world. Reminds me of that book by Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. And it just speaks to all the things that traps you, that gets in your way, that stops you from being your best self. So if that's drugs and alcohol, if it's women, if it's the adult films, if it's the food or the junk food, if it's the gambling, pretty much any other vices. And I'll add to that list, I say, believe in the mainstream media and the social media, the time on social media, they're all traps. Anything that gets in the way, that hinders you, anything that gets in the way of what you're trying to accomplish is a trap. So avoid it at all costs. If arguing drains too much of your energy, avoid arguing. If you say yes too much, stop saying yes so much. Make yourself scarce. If you're constantly putting yourself last, stop that. The world is full of so many traps. Don't fall for them. Identify the trap as soon as possible. Identify that which is going to get in your way and avoid them.